Day 18 right here.
Day 18. 18.
We had a really special moment where we all kind of got to reflect and go over everything we had learned and express all the emotions that we had felt throughout the entire shoot.
Being on set is a very vulnerable position you're putting yourself in, and it's one of the very few art forms that actually is so collective.
Being with the crew for so long, I've noticed how when I'm having a tough time, even if I'm not happy with the shot, kind of keep the energy up so it doesn't affect the actors and everyone else.
You look back and you're like I wish I didn't act that way in that down part, you know what I mean? And you kind of just go through that and you battle that with yourself, and this has been a really cool experience, and I appreciate everybody, and I hope that everybody does really well in their careers. And we all came together at the very end, experiencing this beautiful moment with people that you don't know if you're gonna see again.
24, dude. 24.
Space waves, space waves, space waves, space waves.
Golden Empire Market is this liquor store that we scouted.
I probably called a couple times a day, and every time I would reach a different person and I'd ask to speak to the manager, and they would tell me the manager's not in.
So on day 0, before I even get to base camp, we stop at Golden Empire Market. I walk in there and I say, hey, I'm the film producer who's shooting on this day. They're like, yeah, we're so sorry. I was just about to call you, but it looks like that day doesn't work for us. Are you free on any of these? And the only day we could possibly do it, final day of production at night, final scene.
We show up an hour before, and she comes out and she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you can't shoot here anymore.
And my heart just sinks. This is day 18. People have flights leaving tomorrow morning. There's no way we can push this back. And Marvin's car is in the scene. There's no way that we can get that down to SoCal and shoot that there. We have extras lined up for this scene. We have additional cast lined up for this scene. This has to happen tonight. There's no other option.
I remember just being on my laptop, frantically searching different gas stations or convenience stores.
And we go to one gas station and they say, sorry, we can't let you film here. I say, do you know of any other places? And they say, oh, maybe this one. Then we go to those and we follow the same.
Time is going by, so we lose all our extras.
I honestly didn't think we would be able to get anything done.
Eventually, Dodge finds this chevron, and she said, yeah, I spoke to this guy, Daryl, on the phone, and Daryl said, yeah, it's chill. That was all we had to go after.
We were concerned that we drive an hour to get there, and then what if we get there and then we can't shoot anyway?
Morale was at an all-time low, but Andrew kicked it into high gear, and he just took leadership and delivered the most mind-blowing hype speech ever.
We have to shoot this. This whole 18 shoot day arc of Space Waves is not going to end on us deciding that this challenge is too tough for us to beat. We went through showing up at a school, no one's there. We had Samson's Lot. We got into an argument at one of our biggest sets. Lost our car day 2, and you're telling me that maybe we weren't gonna be able to get this final scene. No, we have to finish with this.
In a true Space Waves fashion, take it up a notch, interdigitate, take things up to beast mode and say, you know what, we're not gonna settle, and it doesn't matter how late we're gonna stay up, and we're gonna finish this movie.
We're trying to figure out how the blocking could work with this new location.
Where would you go for that? Would you go from right here and then just run around like this?
Of course, it's a long one take. Of course, it's on Steadicam. It's 2 in the morning. I'm half awake.
We go through hours of shooting, and I thought we would never end.
There's a lady that approached us. She was under the influence of some sort of something.
First she starts with the fingertip and she's touching the car, okay? Then it moves to the whole palm. Then it moves to trying to get in, and she starts talking about, wow, leathery seats, okay, that's weird.
I had a conversation with her because she enjoyed the car, loved the car, said that her high school boyfriend drove it.
She was making it very difficult for us to shoot, which was already hard because it was so late.
I'm focusing on Connor, what are we doing with the shot, And then this lady's like, can you open up the hood? Stop!
One of the gas station owners tried to carry on a conversation with her and kind of walk her out of the scene.
And then she ends up putting her hands on him then.
Eventually we had to get the cops there, which later took her away.
Why does there always have to be something that goes wrong? Wasn't the location enough,
That's a wrap for Space Waves!
All of us.
We would be a little more psyched, but it is 3 a.m. and it's been really long 3 weeks. This is what's left of us. The rest of the crew has been casualties.
We still had to like pack up some stuff. We had to get the car back on the dolly.
You're almost there.
The dolly couldn't take the Mustang all the way up to Spencer's house because it was such a thin road.
It could still sort of drive, but you had to jump start it. So then we have this jump box that my dad gave me.
So we're jump starting it, like trying to breathe little bits of life into it.
We'll go start it.
And he gets in, drives as far as it can go before it sputters out.
My car died 5 times on the way to my house. I get it up my driveway and then it dies on my driveway. Connor and Taylor and Becca all come out because they had just gotten back from returning the trailer. And then we all just push the car up the hill one last time.
And I remember just kind of looking out and you could see the sky start to turn blue.
Like, man, this is the hardest thing I've ever done.
You know, the night never ends. We went to the house, offloaded footage, and organized it. And I fell asleep halfway through.
It didn't feel like a big victory. It just kind of felt like we just survived a war.
When you've been through something like that together, it's hard to describe. You don't want it to end. You become friends, you become family.
Starvation, no eating.
I was super bummed to get back to LA. I think I spent the next 2 or 3 weeks like seriously bummed out that I wasn't in Grass Valley anymore.
You get like that first rest day and you're like, oh, okay, I feel so much better. And then it's like that second, third day hits and you're like, where's everyone? Where's Set? What time do we have to be there?
It's not every day that you get to like collaborate and work together with like a really great team.
Now you truly will be Vader's father.
You know, they set aside differences, they get along, and I don't know, it's a really beautiful thing.
Oh, the VT right here.
This is for the hype for Space Waves! Woo! See you in there, kid.